The TikTok CEO Shou testimony in Congress might all just be a scripted show. Yeah, really, watch on then you understand. Here's why everything about the TikTok ban is just a show. I'll simplify for you. Don't see if you don't understand my sense, you idiot. So, here's a bit of a history. You see, companies in China must follow China laws. If the government wants something from the company, like you know, the private data of how many times you go to the toilet during a day, China companies must comply one. So, the US is scared of this. Because if TikTok is by a China company, then that means by law, they can request for data like how many times Uncle Raymond has done outside Ang Mo Kio MRT stations. But that one is public info, so US not scared. They're scared of private data. How many NGs Uncle Raymond made before making 100年前. So this fear actually has been ongoing for very long. Donald Trump back in 2002 has tried to ban TikTok for the same reason. And eventually, TikTok survived the year as TikTok agreed to sell part of its shares to a US firm. But Trump didn't survive his presidency instead. And then TikTok continued to be owned by ByteDance. So that deal about selling to and Walmart is kind of forgotten. So yeah, basically what happened now is same as what happened in 2002. This time, unlike Trump who did it through an executive order which can be overruled, the US is doing it through the right channel. Cause if you want to change laws, must go through lawmakers. As by right, the president execute the laws while the lawmakers made the laws. In the US, laws are very hard to make cause two parties always disagree But this time, they finally come together and agree to propose a law. This law isn't to target TikTok, but to target companies from 6 countries that aren't friendly to the US. Called the Restrict Act is to ban certain foreign technologies and companies from operating in the US if they present a threat to national security. The countries are China, Cuba, Iran, North Korea, Russia, and Israel. So this means VK might be banned too. But heck, I don't think you also know what VK is. If you know that CIA or FBI might be watching you, run.
FBI, open up!
Yeah, so with both parties both agree, and even the White House not opposing it, this bill can easily become law, you know, like the GST hike. So why got hearing with Shou? Simple. Optics. You see, passing a law requires votes by lawmakers. But who votes for the lawmakers? People. So now, both the lawmakers and TikTok are trying to convince us who is right and who is wrong. The hearing is supposed to know more details so as to decide on the new proposal. I watched the entire 5-hour hearing cause mother shit. No one summarized it. And the lawmakers were supposed to ask more questions about TikTok. Just talk about why TikTok should be banned instead. Nah, like my wife asked me if I'm hungry, but then tell me what food she wants to eat. So on TikTok side, they have the whole TikTok machinery and TikTok users behind them. Other than flying popular TikTokers to Washington to protest, I think only there's a reason why videos of the Wi-Fi jokes are trending in TikTok instead of a blue cat so cute talking about the cause. Cause actually during the hearing, got things happen you didn't know. Congresswoman Kate Carrera actually found and showed a violent video on TikTok that's been live for 41 days and showed it to everyone. And after a while, the video was removed immediately by TikTok as the hearing goes on. Don't want to talk about that, So what does this mean? We are all prawns in this, but don't worry. Cause behind all this, maybe got many unknown things. Maybe you know like Meta or Twitter is swooping, or maybe the law is in but not used to ban TikTok, but to ban VK which is the Russian social.
FBI, open up!
But anyways, somehow I think won't ban TikTok cause such a big user base. No such thing will happen in the US. Oh, that one is meow. If you think you learned something useful, consider subscribing. Yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube instead. I scared TikTok no more next year already.